Hello, welcome to Launching the Pilot with your hosts Brian and Moose.
Hello and welcome to Launching the Pilot, episode 193. This time we're doing The Mandalorian, but not with Paul, because I don't know where he is. So this time I'm joined by Moose.
Hello, how you doing?
Well, I'm doing all right. I don't know about them. They can't talk back to you. So.
Oh, that's right.
But yeah.
Tonight, yeah.
Because obviously we scheduled to do one together, and we were going to do Andromeda. But things happened, it didn't quite work out, and we've both watched it about 3-4 times now of doing it. And I couldn't,
5 at least.
Yeah, I couldn't face watching it again, so that's on the back burner.
Yep.
But this is fresh out. You know, it's only been
fresh
a week.
out.
It's only been a week, isn't it? So there's been 2 episodes so far. I think there's going to be 9, isn't there, in the first season?
Something like that, 8 or 9.
Yeah, and The Mandalorian, which is obviously a Star Wars TV live-action show.
Yes.
And I've got Pedro Pascal as the Mandalorian.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know anyone else who really reoccurs yet, because we've only had 2 episodes. I suppose...
Yeah, because some of the other actors that were in this one are probably not in a number of the other ones.
Yeah. I mean, Nick Nolte,
except
he's been in 2. I don't know if he does more.
No, I can see Carl Weathers maybe being repeated.
Yeah, I think he's probably got a regular gig out of this.
Yeah.
And I noticed the Jawas were for 6 episodes. They're going to be Jawas, all voiced by the same person. So.
Really?
Yeah.
Because, not to give anything away, but we've already watched the second episode. Let's not talk about that, though. But
no.
I thought for sure that was like the only time we were going to see him.
Yeah, I thought they were just Tatooine Jawas. I didn't realise they got out through the galaxies, but I suppose they do.
Yeah. Hop on a freighter, head someplace else.
Steal one, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So, where do we begin? I've got...
Well, the intro, of course.
The
brand new Disney Star Wars intro that pops up.
Yes. I think everyone's seen what Marvel did. I thought, yeah, we should have something like that.
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, and this is obviously the TV thing they're going to do now. This is their intro bit. Then we get the you just see someone tracking, don't you, with a tracky thing. Deep.
Yeah, when the intro comes in, it goes through the images of the intro, and during that you hear that beeping sound, and it just melds right into the show.
That's right. Now we get I've got a bad guys bar. I mean, it's a little bit of a dive, but not too bad. It's okay.
Your standard Star Wars cantina.
Yeah, and there's you got 3 ruffians, I suppose you'd call them.
Well, they'd be scum.
Oh yeah, if you like.
If we get scum and villainy, they're the scum.
Yes,
definitely.
They've got this guy sort of captive, and they're talking about cutting bits of him off to sell.
Yes, scent glands. They're like, we can sell his scent glands, and they're speaking in. They're not speaking English. They're speaking in Huttese.
Yeah, it's all subtitles, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
And then he's offering them some credits. You know, I've got some credits. I'm sure they're thinking we could take the credits and still sell bits of him.
Exactly.
But then we get the door opening, and in walks, well, I'm guessing it's the Mandalorian.
Or Clint Eastwood.
Yeah, it is very Western themed, isn't it?
It's a very, well, not only that, that's spaghetti Western. It's exactly like Clint Eastwood walking into a bar.
Even the music is
yes,
it's got that Western twang to it, hasn't it?
It's got that little Western twang, that little woo, with some tribal music behind it. Great.
Yeah, I thought, oh yeah, this sounds like Star Wars.
Oh yeah, I was okay with it.
Now, one of these bad guys is a little bit unhappy. He says, "Yeah, look, you spilt my drink when you opened the door. You spilt my drink, Mando." He calls him. Oh. But there's no response, is there? He just walks straight up to the bar, and he's still going on at him.
Yeah, he's too cool for that. He just ignores him.
Yeah, the barkeeper translates, doesn't he? I'm sure the Mandalorian doesn't need it translated, but he does. He said, you spilt his drink. Then the bar guy obviously doesn't want any trouble. He says, I'll just get you another one.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, these bad guys just push it a little bit too far, don't they? They're saying
they reach over and they scratch his armor.
Yeah.
His
Beskar.
Beskar armor.
Beskar, is that Beskar steel? And he strikes it, doesn't he?
Beskar. Yeah, he does.
And I think, but then the basket, it is a free drink on me. Like they shoot it up the bar. I've never actually seen that done in real life, but they shoot it up the bar, but the Mandalorian's hand shoots out, stops the drink, and then it's ass kicking time, isn't it?
Oh yeah.
I mean,
I think the bartender knew what was going to happen because there wasn't anything in that cup.
No. Maybe it's like espresso coffee, just very thin at the bottom.
Either he was like, I don't want to waste the coffee, or I don't want to waste the Jawa juice. I know what he's going to do with that.
Yeah. But yes, I think the main bad guy gets stabbed in the back, doesn't he? With his own knife. With his own knife. Yeah.
Well, there was three of them there. The other guy, you almost don't even see. He's gone.
I can't even see what happened to him. But then you get one running for the door, don't you? And
the Quarren.
Yeah. Then the old grapple goes, hits his feet. He starts dragging him back, but he turns while he's been dragged back and shoots at the Mandalorian. So he pulls his gun and shoots the door lock, and then we get.
And
I thought, well, he cuts him in half.
Yeah. There's always some sort of limb or something being taken off in Star Wars, and I guess they thought this wasn't enough. You need to take off half the body.
Yeah, two legs this time. Yeah. I mean, because I was a little bit worried when I thought, are they going to tone it down too much? You know, it could be.
He's going to just be stuck there with his legs wiggling.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, I thought, but no, they went there. And then he walks over to the guy who they were harassing earlier, doesn't he? And he puts the hollow thing on the table, and it's
it's
and it's him.
I was going to say it's a mithril.
Is that what they're called?
Yeah, he's a mithril. An aquatic-looking guy.
Yeah, and he says, "Oh, is that me? Is that about it for me?" He goes, and he goes, "Look, I've got loads of credits, you know." And he goes, "What's?" And he says the line, doesn't he? I could bring you in warm, or I can bring you in cold.
Oh yeah, really cool, really low voice. Yeah, nice.
And then we get the title, The Mandalorian, come up.
Mandalorian.
Buy yourself a drink. Is that a bounty puck? Is that me? Look, there must be some mistake. I can get you more credits.
I can bring you in warm, or I can bring you in cold.
Oh, yeah.
And then we were off to the... so he takes him... Because he got to get a speeder to his ship.
So he takes him over to kind of like a ferryman.
Yes.
Yeah, that's a Kubazian, the same guy that was the same kind of species from A New Hope that was
spying on them,
informing on them.
Yeah,
with the big nose.
Yeah, yeah. And he points them in the original Star Wars. They went that way.
Yep.
Obviously. But then the speeder turns up, new looking speeder, looks good, but it's a droid pilot, isn't it? And, and it's got something against droids. He says, nope, I don't care, no droids, more or less. Right. He pays him a bit more. Then we get a human pilot come over, don't we? It's like Uber.
Yes.
And just another one comes along.
Yes.
And I recognise...
Yeah, go ahead, you can say it.
I don't know his name, but I recognise the actor.
It's Brian Posehn.
That's the one.
Sort of a comedic actor and a huge Star Wars nerd.
Yeah. And I most recently saw him in The Big Bang Theory, I think. But he pops up all over the place.
Yeah.
And they get in, they drive off to his ship, don't they? And there's he's scanning the horizon, the driver.
Oh yeah,
and
and
the
then
guy-
the mithril in the back is like, you know what he's looking for?
Yeah.
Ravnecks.
We ain't got a clue, but that's what he's looking for.
Exactly. We don't know what it is.
So he drops them off at the ship. He says, "Pay up now," and he goes, "You better not stay on the ice." Then he drives off, and of course, in the distance, you see him get something come out the ice.
Yeah. You know something's going to happen
You
because
do.
you're watching. You're watching the mithril guy just stare at him.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, something's going to happen.
You know he ain't making that journey home.
No.
And then suddenly the ice is cracking all the way up to the ship, isn't it? And
Oh yeah, it's like a from Tremors, you know.
yeah, it is, isn't it? Very tremorish. And as you say, the mithril guy says, "Let's get inside, quick!" They jump inside, and because at first the mithril guy said, "Look, I could buy a cruiser." He goes, "Out of my money, you know, I don't mind something nicer,
Oh, yeah.
nicer than this ship."
Oh yeah, because we're at the Mando ship.
Yeah,
It's a Razor Crest, and he's looking at it, and of course I look at the ship, and I'm like, that looks awesome.
yeah.
And but in Star Wars, it's
Junk.
like a hunk of junk.
Yeah,
It's like I'll pay for it if we just take a cruiser.
I think you'll find it's a classic, as he says later on. It's a classic.
Oh, it's yeah.
The jump. So they're in, obviously they can't take off because this creature, this what was it called?
It's a Ravenek. It looks like a cross between like a huge sea lion and a hippopotamus.
Yeah. And it's got
Something like that.
It's got one of the legs, isn't it, in its mouth,
Mm-hmm.
and it's holding the ship. So the old Mandalorian gets his gun, walks down there, and just zaps it with a bolt, and he lets go.
Oh, which is a cool callback because you know he uses that weapon that you first see in the Star Wars Holiday Special, where the Boba Fett in there uses that.
We don't talk about that.
Oh. Oh.
Because there's a couple of calls to it, isn't there, in this episode?
2.
Yeah.
if that's the first one, there's one more.
Yeah. I wasn't sure if there was a third, but you might know more when we get to that.
We don't have to talk about it.
They fly off. I thought that looks a bit like Firefly, that ship disappearing into the distance in space. The old Serenity as it goes off.
Yeah.
Now, there's a little bit of small talk.
Mm-hmm. Well, very small.
Very small.
Only from the mithril.
Yeah, mostly. Yeah, I could do with the toilet.
Yeah.
And,
Well, he offers to pay him more credits.
He does.
but-
Yeah. Says whatever they're paying you, I could double it.
Yeah.
We don't know what he's done or anything. It's just there's a bounty on him, and that's it. All that matters.
That's all that matters.
And he
So
says,
yeah, he's like, okay, I'll.
This is when he says, "Oh, this nice ship is a classic. It's pre-Empire, isn't it?"
Yeah.
And he goes, "Look, I really need to evacuate." so he goes,
Yeah.
"So I can't go anywhere on your ship. So it's all right if I go." And he just lets him go through, doesn't he? He doesn't say anything at all. So.
Yeah.
And I like it. He goes down, and you see a toilet, the first Star Wars toilet, I believe.
The vacuum tube. It's well, they don't say toilets. They say a refresher
Oh right,
in Star Wars. But yeah, it's a Star Wars toilet.
it's there, but he doesn't really need it. He just wants a nose. And
It's a good thing too because I don't think there's any doors there.
No. And I thought,
The Mando, he's on the ship alone. He doesn't need doors on the toilet.
that's true. And I thought, oh well, he's going there to have a shifty. Maybe he's going to look for a way to escape or something.
Right.
And the first thing he opens is a weapons cabinet. There's loads of guns, and I thought, oh well, that's what he wants. But no, he shuts it really quickly. I guess he knows there's no point.
He knows better. He's like, no.
No, it only ends one way, doesn't it?
Yeah.
And so he's just browsing around, having a chat. He says, "Oh, you better give this 5 minutes or whatever." And he's going,
Oh.
and then of course, we come across the old carbonite gallery, I like to call it, because there's loads of them, all in carbonite, frozen there.
Yeah, and he sees all them, and he's seeing the people inside of them, and he's getting a little worried.
And he says, "Oh,"
And that's when
he says,
go
"Oh,
ahead.
I hope to be home for Life Day," doesn't he?
to see my family.
Yeah. He goes, I guess that's not happening now,
And then right behind him,
yeah,
really sneaky like, is the Mandalorian. He's like, probably not.
yeah, and it just throws him into this chamber, and that's it.
A carbonite chamber.
Well, that's it. Done.
Freezes him.
Done. No more small talk from you.
Yeah, I was hoping to be free for Life Day. Maybe even get home to the family. But I guess that's not going to happen this year.
Probably not.
I heard some people talking about that, and they were like, "Oh, why would he have a carbonite freezer thing? That's not used for." They invented that in Empire Strikes Back. Well, Boba Fett brought Han Solo back, and everybody saw that, and they're like, "Oh, that's a pretty good way of hauling people around. Let's do that."
Yeah, I'm sure because it was just for food and vegetables and stuff, wasn't it, before? So I guess they tweaked it a little bit, made it safer. And how easy is that to transport people?
So now whoever makes those carbonite chambers are like, hey, we're getting new business.
We can outsource this to different ways now. It's a project range, yeah. But yeah, I can understand why you'd go for that way. Because, I mean, how many people's you got? About six guys all cool? Giving him no trouble at all, are they?
Yeah. No trouble at all.
So then he flies off and he lands wherever he lands. I don't even know what planet it is.
He lands. I'm not sure either.
But
he lands, and I was going to say he lands and heads right into what's kind of like another cantina.
But this one looks a lot rougher, doesn't it? But I suppose it looks like more bounty hunters than anything in there.
Yeah. That's probably it. Might be a cantina, but that's where the bounty hunter guild sort of congregates.
Yeah, that's what I'm guessing. Yeah, and there's lots of familiar faces in here. Not face, but creatures. Oh, I've seen that one. I know that one. That one's.
Oh, there's like a Greedo-like, and then there's a Trandoshan, which is the like Bosk.
Yeah. From
Empire Strikes Back. So yeah.
And this is where we get Carl Weathers' introduction, doesn't we?
Grief Karga.
That's
the head of the Bounty Hunters Guild, yeah.
Yes. And he says, at first he wants to pay him in Imperial credits. He goes, there's no more Imperial,
No. That's all I got.
That's it, yeah. And then he offers him something else, doesn't he?
Calamari flan.
That's what it is. But he says, I can only give you half.
And it's interesting too, when he puts the calamari flan up there, if you listen, it's like liquidy when it goes down.
I did notice. Yeah, it's not solid currency, is it?
No, a little gelatiny.
Yeah, but he reluctantly accepts, doesn't he? I suppose he can spend them. So, and then he says, "What you got?" And he goes, "What?" He goes through. Got some, say, smugglers, some spies. He goes, but what's the highest bounty? He goes, 5,000. He goes, that doesn't even pay for fuel nowadays.
Right.
Because at first he says, I'll take them all. And he goes, no.
He's like, no.
Because we've got other guild members. We've got to share them out,
Right.
It's just, it seems like there's a lot of more lawless society now. And anyone could be a bounty hunter. They don't have to be in the guild.
It's a lot more chaotic now with the Empire gone.
Yeah. The Empire was a good thing.
Well, they keep the order.
Yeah, that's it. What did the Romans ever do for us? It's sort of like that. What did the Empire ever do for us? Roads, safe streets, aqueduct. But he says, I've got one job. It's
a special job.
A special job. But, it's personal. Yeah. It's a personal request. It's a chit. He's got a chit for him.
Oh, yeah. A face-to-face commission.
That's right. So he takes it, doesn't he?
I have a bail jumper. A bail jumper. Another bail jumper. a wanted smuggler.
I'll take them all.
Now, hold on. There are other members of the guild, and this is all I have.
Why so slow?
It's not slow at all, actually very busy. They just don't want to pay guild rates. They don't mind if things get sloppy.
What's your highest bounty?
Not much. 5,000?
That won't even cover fuel these days.
There is one job.
And then we see him walking around the streets for a bit until he gets to a door. Then you get one of them eye pop out things, like in a Jedi.
Oh yeah, from like Return of the Jedi.
Yeah. And it scans the chip, opens the door. There's one of the little robots.
That's a Gonk droid.
Is it?
I'm very happy to see that.
Yeah. Last time I saw them was on Art Prue's farm, isn't it? And the droid shows him to a door, and when the door opens, we've got classic stormtroopers.
Yeah, classic dirty stormtroopers.
Very dirty. I did notice how grubby they looked.
Not only dirty, it's almost like the stormtrooper outfits didn't quite fit. They were like thinner.
Yeah.
And, well, they're not getting fed regular at the, Imperial food, though.
Their Imperial credits are no good. Yeah.
Yeah, no good.
And there's about 4 of them, isn't there? I think it's 4.
Yeah, about 4.
And then their boss, I guess it is boss, he seems to be in charge. He's sitting at a table.
The client.
Your clients, if you like. And this guy, I've seen him in a few films, and he's always a bad guy.
Director, famous director, Werner Herzog.
That's it, Herzog.
Yeah.
Because I remember he was in one of the Jack Reacher films, I think the first one.
I was going to say, he's got an Imperial pendant around his neck.
He does, yes.
Some sort of a magistrate or something, but it seems a little tense in the room.
Yeah, because the door suddenly opens and the Mandalorian draws his weapons because he's not expecting any surprises.
Everybody draws their weapons.
I think it's Dr. Person, isn't it? Or Parson? I think Parson.
Pershing?
Yeah.
Something like that.
So like that.
Pershing.
He goes, no, it's all right. But the stormtroopers got their guns raised. The Mandalorian's got his guns raised. And the Mandalorian says, tell them to put their guns down. And the stormtrooper, one of them says,
we got you outnumbered 4-1.
I like them odds. But the guy who's in charge, obviously, gets the stormtroopers to lower their weapons. Mandalorian put his weapons away, and he says, look, just one bounty. We want him alive.
Right.
But, it'd be a lot less if he's dead. And the doctors go, no, we need him alive. That's not the deal. So obviously something's going on, and you think... But, and the boss guy saying, look, we have to be reasonable. This could go south, But he goes, we don't have much information on him. He goes, just his age. He's 50.
So, there's no park. He's just got a tracking fob.
Yeah.
And
last location, I think. That's all, isn't it?
Yeah.
He goes, you'll be able to work it out from that because you're a Mandalorian. But then he offers him the payment, doesn't he? And this is like an like an ingot.
An ingot of Beskar steel.
And it's got the Imperial crest on it.
Right.
And he goes, this is just a down payment. He goes, I think he says, I've got to have a container of this.
Oh, yeah. He says, a little trivia here. He's got a Camatona.
Okay, that's it,
Camtona. Yeah, Camtona of Beskar steel.
Yeah, I don't know what that
which
is.
Camtona, real quick, Camtona is this viral video of this little girl that was trying to say ice cream, and every time he'd say ice cream, she'd say Camtona. And Jon Favreau picked that up because Wilro Hood running away in Bespin. I know I'm going off on a tangent here. Running away in Bespin had had what looked like an ice cream maker, and it was just a play on that, and so it's just a container. So it's a container of Beskar steel.
Yes.
I don't know if any of that made sense.
Yeah, no. I did wonder what the word meant, where it come from, but I thought there is.
I know, so did I. So I had to look it up, and I was like, oh wow.
Go ahead. It's real.
This is only a down payment. I have a Comptono of Beskar waiting for you upon delivery of the asset.
Alive?
Yes, alive. Although I acknowledge that bounty hunting is a complicated profession. This being the case, proof of termination is also acceptable for a lower fee.
That is not what we agreed upon.
I'm simply being pragmatic.
Let's see the puck.
I'm afraid discretion dictates a less traditional agreement. We can only offer you a tracking fob.
But yeah, so obviously that's a lot, and this is obviously worth a lot, because even the guy says it's good that it's going back to where it belongs, to the Mandalorians.
Yeah.
So he takes up his...
originally mined on Mandalore.
Yeah. So obviously, and he picks this up, and then you see him leave, and then he goes to the older Ferris, where he hands, and I noticed this sort of like where they obviously forge stuff.
Oh yeah. Goes over to it's like where their tribe hangs out, where the Mandalorian tribe hangs out. And you got the armor in there.
Yeah. There's a female Mandalorian. I'm thinking it's female. It's hard to tell with the helmets, but...
Yeah, everybody's wearing the helmets. There was even some little kids that ran by, and I think they had little helmets on, too.
Yeah. You never see their faces.
Yeah, they never take off their helmets. But he goes ahead and sits down, and he pulls out the flan for her, and then pulls out that ingot.
Yes. And
and that's when she's like, go ahead.
Yeah, no, I say obviously she knows exactly what to do with it straight away. There's no, I wouldn't mind something on the shoulder maybe, or
and she's like, a pauldron, I think.
Yeah, maybe a nice ankle bracelet. No, she's just straight in there. And he gives her some credits as well, doesn't he?
Right.
Then apparently she said, because obviously it will make this shoulder thing, but there will be a little bit extra of material, and that will go to the foundlings. And he goes, I was a foundling. And she goes, I know, yeah, we already know.
Well, that's when she starts making the pauldron, and you start getting a flashback of, assumably, that's him as a child.
Yeah, and they put him somewhere safe, but it looks like there's obviously some shooting, fighting. There's something going on there, but you don't get a clear picture of what's going on. It's just this is something that he remembers, obviously, from his past. I'm sure they're going to delve into that a lot. And then they fit it, don't they? Looks nice and new.
Yep. And then boom, we're in a ship off to a desert planet.
I know what bit we forget. I've got cooking time. A bit of Lord Crumb. Lord Salacious Crumb, isn't it?
That was in here, wasn't it?
Yeah, they roasted him on an open fire.
Now, I didn't mind seeing it's a Quakian monkey lizard. That's what Salacious Crumb is. I didn't mind seeing him there, but then you see that poor one sitting there watching it.
Yeah, because these are sentient beings. They know what's happening.
Yeah, that sucks.
Good eating, I guess. Yeah, then we're in the ship.
Yep. Like I said, off to a desert planet.
Yes.
In search of this bounty.
And he lands, and he's having a scan of the horizon, isn't he? And we see these strange creaturey things. Mm-hmm. What do they call them? Bergens or something?
It's a blurg.
Berg.
Looks like a two-legged kind of tadpole reptile thing.
Yeah, that's the closest. And as he's watching them on the distance, one attacks him, doesn't it?
Clever girl.
Close up.
Oh, yeah.
Goes for his arm.
Oh, close up, yeah.
And you can see his flamethrower shoot out.
Yeah. And he's stuck in there. He just starts punching him in the eye.
He does, yeah. But then another one comes up. So is that the way he's going to go out?
Yep. But luckily, these shocking sort of trank darts hit both the creatures and knock them down. And then we're introduced to a new guy, Kulil.
Yes.
Cool. Who's a Ugnaught.
That's right. That's the one who's played by Nick Nolte, isn't it?
Voiced by Nick Nolte. Looks a little bit like Nick Nolte,
It does,
too.
doesn't it? It does have a resemblance. And he goes, I will help you. Yeah, he goes. And he says, I have spoken.
I've spoken.
That's it. End of conversation. That's it.
Yep. It's a meme that's going around now.
I bet it is. I knew that would be. And he says, how many have been through this part? He goes, loads have been through, and they've all died.
I don't think I want your help.
Yeah, he goes, yeah, it does sound that's very helpful. And he says, what do you want for helping me? He goes, half. What, half the bounty just for guiding me? He goes, no, half the captured
Blurgs.
Yeah. He goes, oh, well, you can have
So
them
you
both.
can keep them both.
I don't want them. He goes, oh, you need one to ride.
I don't know how to ride a blurg.
He goes, you can only get there by riding them. I have spoken.
Yeah.
Say it again.
Many have passed through. They seek the same one as you.
Did you help them?
Yes. They died.
Well, then I don't know if I want your help.
You do. I can show you to the encampment.
What's your cut?
Half.
Half the bounty to guide? Seems steep.
No. Half of the blurg you helped capture.
The blurg? You can keep them both.
No, you'll need one. To ride.
And that's where you get another old Western trope.
Yes.
You know, you gotta ride the Bronco.
Yes. Of course, I know how to do this now because I played a lot of Red Dead Redemption, so must be like that in real life.
Oh, yeah.
So yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm sure it is.
Yeah.
Left, right, left, right.
That's it. Keep in the middle, keep in the centre. That's it. Done. Now, I've got Blurg and Whisperer because he does a bit of because he comes off a few times, and the guy's
He's
going
like, I can't do this.
Goes, your ancestors used to ride a mythosaur. You know what's going on here?
He's like, he's thinking to himself, yeah, that's right, okay.
So I didn't know if a mythosaur is that also from the holiday special when we see Boba Fett?
Yeah, that's a mythosaur, I think.
Yeah.
Maybe it is.
Yeah, it could be.
But I know the mythosaur is a giant creature on the Mandalorian homeworld.
Yeah, and also when you got the armor made, that's the crest. Yeah. The crest is a skull of a mythosaur.
That symbol up there is a mythosaur. Yeah.
So after he does the old whispering to it and patting it, and he's riding them and they're riding, aren't they, to the encampment?
Yep, and they're off to the encampment.
And he says, your encampment's down there. You know, he offers him some money. He says, I don't want your money. I just want peace. This is a quiet place. It was a nice quiet planet until these people showed up. He goes, you get rid of them. It goes back to being a quiet planet, and I'll be happy with that.
I've spoken.
I've spoken. He doesn't really say it that loquaciously, does he? He just...
Please, you deserve this.
Since these ones arrived, this territory has been an endless stream of mercenaries seeking reward and bringing destruction.
Then why did you guide me?
They do not belong here. Those that live here come to seek peace. There will be no peace until they're gone.
Then why do you help?
I have never met a Mandalorian. I've only read the stories. If they are true, you will make quick work of it. Then there will again be peace.
But then,
and
yeah,
he's at the outpost looking down, and that's where we get another one of the great additions to this show.
Yeah,
is IG-11.
Yes, and voiced by
Taika Waititi.
Yeah, I didn't even recognise his voice the first time I watched it.
No, neither did I. It makes sense afterwards because it's definitely some of the more comedic moments of the show.
It is, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's not Australian. I mean, what's going on?
So you see, so he's looking down there, and he notices that somebody is walking up there because the Niktos there are reacting to it, and there he sees the bounty droid IG-11 walking up.
He goes, "Oh God!" Because obviously that's his surprise infiltration tactic out the window, isn't it?
Exactly.
Because this droid's in there saying, "Oh, I've got a warrant. Bring out whoever," and he just starts shooting. Shooting left, right, and all the... You've been attacked by a blurg.
Yeah, a couple of them.
Yeah, and then all the big doors, the blast doors all shut, don't they, all around? There's no way to... And so he goes down there, doesn't he? But this droid's kicking arse, though, isn't he? He's taking out...
Oh, yeah, he is.
He's taking names.
Oh, yeah. He's walking around like the Terminator.
Yeah, he is. Behind him, sideways, every way, he's shooting, taking them out. And he even hits the Mandalorian. He goes, "I'm in the guild." He goes, "I thought I was the only one assigned to this bounty." He goes, "Well, so did I."
So did I.
Yeah. And he goes, "Look, we could split the reward." And the IG-11 unit goes, "That's acceptable."
That's acceptable.
IG unit, stand down! I'm in the guild!
You are a guild member? I thought I was the only one on assignment.
That makes two of us. So much for the element of surprise.
Sadly, I must ask for your fob. I've already issued the writ of seizure. The bounty is mine.
Unless I am mistaken, you are as of yet empty-handed.
This is true.
I have a suggestion.
Proceed.
We split the reward.
This is acceptable.
Great. Now let's regroup, out of harm's way, and form a plan.
I will, of course, receive the reputation merits associated with...
But then, of course, loads more guards, or I guess they're guards, come in. Or
yeah, they're the Niktos.
Niktos, yeah, loads more come in. And it's a massive shootout. It's a bit like Butch Cassidy, the Sundance Kid, isn't it? It's just... hails of laser fire going everywhere.
Everywhere. And you got IG-11. I'm watching him shoot everybody from every direction he can. And it reminds me, I don't know if you've ever seen the movie Equilibrium.
Yes, I have, yeah. Gun Carter.
Exactly. It's like a gun Carter.
Yeah. But then I think the IG unit thinks, oh, yeah, we're surrounded. There's not getting out of this one, so I'll self-destruct. Because I can't be taken.
No, don't self-destruct.
No, we could shoot our way out of this. Then I like it when the old big gun turns up, the very big gun, like on the hover platform. And he goes to the IG. You distract it, and I'll take him out. And that's what happens, doesn't it? As the IG runs. I think he runs left.
He runs to the left and gets hit like 3 or 4 times and goes down.
Yeah, but while that's happening, the Mandalorian targets the gunner and takes him out. Then uses his grapple thing to pull it around. Line. Pull it around, jumps on it, takes everyone out.
Like a Gatling gun.
It is.
Going around shooting everybody.
Yeah. Now the IG unit's not badly hurt. They missed all his crucial circuits, apparently. And he goes, "You're not bad for a bounty droid." He goes, "No, I'm not."
I agree.
Yeah, I agree, yeah.
You're not so bad for a droid.
Agreed.
That blaster hit looks nasty. You okay?
Running a quick diagnostic. It has missed my central wiring harness.
Is that good?
Yes.
Well, now we just need to get the door open.
And they said, well, we're going to get through this door. then of course, you get...
Oh, and it's great is he says that, and then both of them, you see both of their heads. Even the IG-11 just slowly turn towards the Gatling laser.
Yeah. And then you get shot from inside with it just bang, 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 bang all around the side of the door, and that's it. It falls down. They walk
Boom.
in.
Yep.
I think there's just one bad guy in there, isn't there?
One bad guy. He shoots him. Poof.
Says,
Anybody else?
Anyone else? Anyone more?
Yeah. Anyone?
And the IG unit says, I could detect one more life sign in here. And so they're looking for this. And then there's this tiny little egg thing, I guess.
Little egg thing, kind of like a little bean, little container.
And open it up, and there's a little baby in there.
Hit the button, open it up, and it's funny because they're looking at it, and we're looking, trying to see it, and you can just barely see something. And then, I'm sure this is all over the internet already.
Oh, yeah, I would imagine so, yeah.
So, but I'll let you say it.
Well, it's like a baby Yoda, but...
It's a baby Yoda.
Now, I don't know what race Yoda was. I don't think it's ever been established.
Nobody knows.
Because I did try to look
the only
it up.
The only one that would know would be George Lucas, and I'm sure he probably didn't. He was like, I don't have to ever even think about this. I'm just never going to use it.
Yeah. There's only the one. It doesn't matter.
Yeah. Well, 2, there's Yaddle, which is a Jedi on the Jedi Council.
Yeah.
There's a female one in Phantom Menace.
Oh, is there?
But yeah, it's only those 2. But she's in the Phantom Menace, and then you just never see her again.
Oh, right. So this is their baby then. If there's only 2 of them.
But, I don't know about that.
And
there's going to be lots of theories going around.
And the Mandalorian's going, but it says 50, and the IGU says, well, races age at different levels,
And of course, we know that Yoda's like 900 years old when he dies.
That's right. Look so good, you won't. Yeah? 900.
Yep.
And then the IG unit says, "Oh, dead. We've got to shoot it because the bounty is for it to be dead." So obviously he's on a different commission from some different people, obviously.
Yeah.
And then there's a bit of a worrying moment where you see that it raises its gun and you hear a blast, don't you? You think,
and then
the IG unit falls to the floor with a hole in its head.
Perhaps it could live many centuries. Sadly, we'll never know.
No. We'll bring it in alive.
The commission was quite specific. The asset was to be terminated.
But the last scene is the Mandalorian reaching up, and the little baby's reaching up to him, and that's it, isn't it?
And that's it. And then you get some the credits rolling by with a bunch of beautiful.
They're great, aren't they? They're really nice
paintings.
I wish other people would spend this much time on credits. They are just fantastic.
Yeah. Just wait. There'll be the Art of the Mandalorian book that comes out. All these things will be in it. It'll be beautiful.
Of course they will. Yeah, of course they will. And they're great. They're great drawings. Obviously.
So my wife and I and my daughter were watching the show.
Yeah.
And we hadn't been spoiled yet. So Baby Yoda pops up, and everybody's just absolutely squeaking over there, just dying. Yeah, it's pretty amazing. I'm sure that
it's far too cute.
Lucasfilm will just be able to print money with little baby Yoda dolls, because it's the cutest thing you almost ever saw.
Like you can't already, like they can't print money already with this. They've just made a whole new toy line.
Oh yeah, if you cross a Yoda with like a Mogwai from Gremlins,
that's just what I was thinking. Yeah, and then
cutest thing ever.
So
and it gets even cuter.
Yeah. So why did you hate this show?
Didn't do anything I wanted. It was amazing. I think I was tweeting right after saying that this is the Star Wars that I've wanted ever since Return of the Jedi ended.
This feels so much like it follows on from Return of the Jedi.
Yes, it does. And even though things are a little different. The music is a little different. It's still, everything feels so incredibly Star Wars.
And to be honest, I couldn't tell what was CGI and what was actual physically there.
I've listened to a couple people do reviews, and they're like, well, it looked a little wonky here, and I'm like, what are you talking about?
The IG unit, I thought, oh, well, that's obviously top half of it's a puppet. But then when it walks, it's walking exactly the same. No.
So, yeah, so for close-ups,
yeah,
it'll be like the top half will be a puppet.
Yeah.
And then everything else, mostly, he's CGI, and he looks absolutely perfect.
I couldn't tell you when they cut to CGI. And obviously, I didn't even think about it while I was watching it. It's only afterwards. I thought, I wonder how much of this is practical effects. And I'm thinking a good portion of it, I would think.
Which is incredible, too, because in Empire Strikes Back, you have IG-88 standing there, and he's bolted to the floor. He can't move.
No.
Because they couldn't do anything with him.
He doesn't even tap his feet.
Exactly. And then here you have IG-11, again, walking around like a Terminator, just taking everybody out, being... I was going to say, I don't know if you could say, I'm going to say it, badass. I don't know if that's a bad word for you guys. You guys are pretty...
Yeah, that's okay.
But he's... Yeah.
When I was younger, my friend had all the Star Wars figures, all of them. And I used to go around and play with him, and he used to give me the rubbish ones all the time. you have them ones. No, you can't have Han Solo. I have Han Solo and Luke. What?
No, you can't have Han Solo.
I don't even get Princess Leia, but it always gives me...
Yeah, you can have Lobot. You can have the...
So he gave me the IG-11 robot, and I said, this one's the coolest one. I tell you, it's going to be cool, and finally it is. It's come around.
It is very cool.
It is very cool. Now, I was ready to be disappointed by this show, and thankfully it didn't happen. I thought, from the first bar scene, I thought, yeah, this is great. This is what we want. This is it.
There was also there was some people that were like, it was a little slow in the beginning, and again, I'm like, what are you expecting?
I mean,
this is fantastic.
You've got people moaning it's too slow, people moaning it's too short. I thought, well, you can't have both. It's about 38 minutes, 40 minutes long, and that was just perfect right length to get.
Yeah.
All of the.
It was.
It set up the story nicely. You understood it. Maybe even if you hadn't seen Star Wars, you'd be okay. Yeah, it's a space western.
If you'd never, exactly. If you'd never seen Star Wars, you'd look at that and be like, oh my god, this is like a space western / almost like a samurai western. It's fantastic.
Yeah, and now the second episode's already been out. And
it was interesting because that first episode came out on Tuesday.
Yeah.
And so every other episode's going to come out on Friday. But luckily, we only had to wait like 3 days until Friday, and they aired another episode. And I was like, awesome.
Yeah. I mean, obviously, because I'm in the UK, I have to fly over to America, get my Disney Plus subscription, watch it, then fly the way back, then realise, oh no, there's another episode out. I've got to fly all the way back over again. It's a lot of travel, a lot of air miles.
So did you have any problem with your Disney Plus?
No, because it's not out until March. So.
Oh, for you guys, it's not?
No, we won't be seeing The Mandalorian until March.
Well, I don't understand then.
No.
You seem to know so much about it.
Yeah, well, I pieced it together from the trailer.
Very good.
Yeah.
Very good. You're very intuitive.
Skills. Yeah. And about everybody on YouTube has done a reaction to The Mandalorian watch, haven't they?
Yes. Like 400 of them on there. I think I watched half of them.
Yeah, it's been everywhere.
But that morning, as soon as it launched, Disney Plus launched, I was like, oh, today's the day. Yeah. And I pulled it up, and I subscribed to it, and right away there were some problems. They're like, oh, we're having a problem. And I thought to myself, oh, that's right. There's a billion people trying to do the same thing I'm doing right now.
Yeah.
It's a horrible place to be in for a billion people to want to give you $6 at one time.
Yeah, I mean, once it comes to UK, I will be getting Disney Plus anyway because it looks good. What I've seen.
Oh, I've been watching a number of things on there.
Yeah, and they're
Most
old,
of it's nostalgic old stuff, though.
That's what I'll be going for, obviously.
Yeah.
But yeah, it does look like one to have.
Yeah. But of course, here we're only talking about the pilot episode.
Yes, that's it.
But without saying anything about any other episodes, I'm 2 in. And I also said on Twitter, I was like, it feels like when I'm watching the show, it was like, this is what it would be like if I was a kid playing with my Star Wars figures.
Yes, yeah, I can see.
The kind of things that would happen. And I just could not wipe the smile off my face.
There was lots of complaints that the second episode's too short, but
yeah, it's I think if it's the same amount, it's 39 minutes for the first one. I don't know if the second one is the same amount.
No, it's about 30 minutes. It's about half hour.
Well, see, yeah, we're not used to. Well, people cut the cable over here, so they're not used to as many commercials anymore.
No.
That 39 minutes or the 30 minutes with commercials would have been nearly an hour back in the old days.
Easy, yeah.
Yeah.
But I think to tell a story, if you get the story in, and it's adequately told in that span of time, does it need to be any bigger? No.
No.
Do you want, do you want Tarantino making it for you?
Yeah. In the end, how many hours worth are we going to get in this season? Yeah.
And you know someone's going to patch them all together to make one big film.
Totally good.
And I'd watch it.
I'd watch it.
Yeah.
I would. That would be when you binge it. After it's all done, then you can binge it.
Yeah.
And some people were like, "Oh, I wish it would be on how Netflix is. So just put it all down. You can just binge it." But I think you're waiting week by week. It's kind of like Game of Thrones. It was an event. Every week they'd be like, "Oh, today's today," and you build excitement throughout the week.
That's right. Yeah. I sort of miss that nowadays, but I'm as guilty as anyone of binging programs. I will watch,
Yeah.
When Daredevil came out to Netflix, I watched it all night. I was there watching it.
The very first season, that's what we did. I watched the entire thing.
Yeah. I went to bed at 4 a.m. It was.
Had a lot of drinks. There was a lot of bathroom breaks.
Yeah.
But we got through it. But if they had dropped this whole thing, we would have watched it all in one sitting, and then boom! How long do we got to wait for a second season?
You got nothing to look forward to. It's just. Yeah. Hello? Are you still there?
Yeah, there you are.
Yeah.
My Xbox was on. It's been on hold for so long.
Oh yeah,
it said, "Oh, you're not doing anything. We're gonna cut you off."
Yeah. Mine does that occasionally. So that was the first episode. The second one's been out, also getting good reviews. So hopefully it just carries on all the 9 episodes.
Yes, I'm sure it will.
Until maybe season 2 when they do the singing musical number.
I don't. It could have been as a joke, but I don't think it is. Jon Favreau has expressed a desire to remake the holiday special.
I think it must have been a joke. Hopefully,
I'm all for it. I want to see them dancing around. I want to.
But we did, actually, to think about it, we do need a proper Life Day film, don't we?
Yeah.
There's plenty of Christmas films, watch every Christmas. Maybe just for Life Day, you have the one film you can watch. A Life Day story.
Yeah, if it wasn't canon before, it is now. Life Day's canon, so...
It's written in there now.
Yeah. And it's apparently it's not just a Wookiee thing. It's everybody.
Everybody, yeah.
It's Life Day.
I wonder if the Empire tried to oppress Life Day. Yeah,
they had an Imperial. They had an Imperial Day.
Did they?
Yeah, they did.
Was that
they talked about that in the Rebels cartoon series.
It wasn't bring your daughter to work day, was it?
Oh, that was I don't know if you've ever seen the Robot Chicken.
Yes, that's what that is. Yeah.
Oh, Gary the Stormtrooper.
Yeah. They're very good.
I was still waiting for a separate TV show based on Gary the Stormtrooper and his family.
Yeah.
But that didn't happen, which is a shame. I think it'd be hilarious.
Yeah, you need a day in the life of a stormtrooper, don't you?
Exactly.
But yes, I mean, I've watched the films, but I haven't really seen any of the TV. I haven't seen the Clone Wars or anything like that, to be honest.
Good stuff.
I hear. I'm not sure when I fit it in.
The Clone Wars cartoons are fantastic, and before that there was the micro series by Genndy Tartakovsky who did Samurai Jack. But
that's weird.
And those were phenomenal.
Weird animation though.
It was a little bit. You get used to it really quickly though, because he does Samurai Jack and Dexter's Laboratory, and he's really good at doing action in his animation. Yeah. And they have a lot of Stormtrooper or Clone Trooper missions that are really cool. And then the Clone Wars series came out, which was wonderful. Rebels was wonderful. I didn't watch the last one, but Resistance.
Oh right.
Oh. I've never seen Droids. Never.
No, I don't think I have either.
I didn't even see the Ewok movie, the Battle of Endor movie that came out.
Was there two of them or just one? There was a Caravan of Courage.
I want to say there were two.
I think there's two, yeah, because Caravan of Courage and Battle for Endor, isn't it?
Right, and I think on one of those, probably Battle for Endor, is where you get introduced to the Blurgs.
That's right, because originally they were concept to be Tauntauns. That was the original idea of what a Tauntaun would look like.
Well, I'm glad they. I'm glad they did that.
They look. I bet they do smell bad on the outside as well as the inside. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah, they don't look as good as Tauntauns.
So this takes. I mean, it takes. Is it 5 years? I think said after the Jedi.
Yeah.
This happens, and it really feels like it's in that universe. It so does.
It does. That's one of the reasons why I loved Rogue One so much, because I just love that feel and that look of original Star Wars with original Stormtroopers.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, it does. No First Order.
Yeah, they're cool enough, but it just, I don't know. I just miss looking at those original Stormtroopers. And
I mean, I'm excited to see the last one, the Rise of Skywalker. I'll go to the midnight showing of that one. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I have not. I have deleted a number of Star Wars type Twitter accounts from my Twitter, and I stopped listening to a podcast that was all about Star Wars because I didn't want to hear anything, and I haven't watched a single trailer for Rise of the Skywalker.
Yeah,
Rise of Skywalker.
As soon as YouTube things pop up, the leaked story of Rise of Skywalker.
Yeah.
Delete.
Skip right over it.
Yeah,
skip right over it.
I don't want to be spoiled. I want to watch it fresh.
Yeah, I told my friend Keegan. He's just the other day. I said, "Do you have Disney Plus yet?" He was like, "No." I said, "Well, don't look at anything online because I'm sure they'll spoil the ending of the Mandalorian right away."
Oh yeah,
I had already seen Baby Yoda listed.
Oh.
And he said, "Okay, I'll try." And yesterday, he's like, "Oh yeah, somebody I follow tweeted in big bold letters, Baby Yoda."
Yeah, that's the trouble, because it's rolling out at different times in different countries.
Yeah.
All Europe's not getting in until March. There's no way it's not going to be spoiled by the time it gets to March anyway.
Yeah.
So.
Well, and if you're going to spoil it, fine. You can put it in your video or somewhere, but don't do bold letters right up top.
No.
Spoiler, Baby Yoda.
You don't have a chance. You can't avoid it. It's there right in front of you.
So I'm glad that I got on board the first day, and that's when we watched it.
Yes.
No spoilers.
Well, it sounds like you weren't going to have an option. It weren't going to be a second day watch. It was going to be.
I have been more excited for the prospect of having the Mandalorian show to watch than I have for Rise of Skywalker.
Yeah. A lot of people.
And people, if somebody said, "Oh, you can watch Rise of Skywalker right now, or you can watch the rest of the Mandalorian," I'll be like, "I'll watch the rest of the Mandalorian."
Yeah. And
I'll wait another month or two, and then I'll go watch Skywalker.
Yeah.
Which is weird. It's so weird to me. It doesn't feel right, but it's just that's the way it is.
When you're sitting in that cinema and it starts up, The Rise of Skywalker, you'll get little tingles. You'll be like, oh.
Yeah. I'm sure I'll enjoy it.
Yeah.
I haven't been as on board with the new series as some people.
No, it's hard to capture that lightning in a bottle twice.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. But it looks like they're doing it pretty well for the Mandalorian.
Well, I'm one of the few people who liked Solo, a Star Wars movie. I had no problem with that. I enjoyed that.
I loved it.
Yeah.
I had a lot of. It was a action adventure, and that's exactly what I wanted it to be.
And it was old Star Wars in style.
Yeah. And there was some nice pulls in there where they explained things for later on, but they didn't shove it in your face too badly. A couple things, but not too badly.
Yeah. Okay, so I better sign off now because my battery is like 23%. Might be all right. But anyway.
Well, it was a pleasure to be on here.
Well, thanks for joining me and covering the absence of Paul.
I thought we were going to start off the episode like launching the pilot with Brian and Paul. Today's episode Paul will be acted on by Moose.
Yeah, should have done that, shouldn't we? In this episode, the character of Paul will be portrayed by a moose.
Would be played by. I know, I said it all weird. Would be played by a moose. Okay, well, it was a joy.
Well, thank you for joining me. We eventually got our time synced up where we could do it.
Yeah, it's been tough.
Yeah,
that might have been also because it was Andromeda.
I think that didn't help.
No. Yeah, and you'll have to save up your batteries because that's a bigger one. That's a two-parter.
It is. Maybe do it 2 parts.
Yeah. Might have to.
How about 6 parts? 10 minutes each part. I think next week we'll be doing with me and Paul, if he's back. We'll be doing my favourite Martian, I believe. So
good.
That's how I draw him in. I say it's only half hour long. Yeah, you can do this one. So